So now that we've preached the gospel to ourselves and we see how Jesus lived, died, and was resurrected, we're doing that in our own lives. And so we are dying to ourselves and living to Christ. And now we're talking about practical ways that we can put that into practice. How can we live out our faith? 2 John says, "And this is love, that we walk according to his commandments." And so what are these things that we're going to walk in? What practical steps can we take and be held accountable to with our brothers or sisters in Christ so that we are living like Jesus?
In the wing of the guide where it says obey Jesus, there's a list of ideas that discipleship bands can use to maybe assess the different ways that obedience can happen. This is based on what Jesus said in Matthew 22, where he calls us to love God and love one another, that these steps are not something that we do on our own strength, but they're an overflow of our faith in God and the grace that we have in him, that we are able to change not because of what we do or how hard we work, but because of God's work and his Spirit in us.
So there's several different types of practices for these that we have listed, and they're often called spiritual disciplines or means of grace. And we're doing this out of the overflow of love that we feel for God as he is working in our lives. So an example for me, reading Philippians that we're going through right now, it says, "Let each of you look not only to your own interest, but also to the interest of others." And so at work lately, I've been very consumed with how is my workflow going? How am I getting my work done? But I have coworkers that also need help, and I'm thinking, what can I do to go help them? And so as a teacher in a classroom, can I go to their classroom and assist and spend time, maybe even sacrificing some of my own work for myself to help them in their classroom and get it going in the way that they want to have it?
The goal of this section is to commit to small, measurable steps and then take action with your discipleship band through those steps over the next week.